Hello y'all, welcome to part 6 of my House of Julii campaign playthrough in Total War Rome Remastered. I haven't done any videos for this playthrough in a while, but that changes now. In part 5, we continue to fight our rival the Gauls, and also besiege the settlement belonging to Britannia, which we must now decide the fate of. Let's go with Occupy. I mean, it seems like it'd be a good idea. We got a little bit of denarii from that. And right now we have one army getting ready to fight against the Gauls. And where's this Aquitania? So let me move one unit up here from Limonium. Let me change their tax law first, because that is a problem. It looks like they're having some unrest there. So let's go down to low tax rate. That does solve the issue a little bit. We're going to have some troops head into that town, that settlement soon. But I need all the troops I can get with Vibius Victor here. And he's going to fight against these units to the north at this bridge. And we have a general right here. Do I need to get any buildings constructed in these areas? I gotta retrain all these troops, don't I? Let me go to building queue. We're doing fine here, I think. I need to construct some stuff, or no, we're fine. We're fine. In Lug Dunham, are we good there? I think so. Move these units here. I'm trying to scout around for the last settlement belonging to the Gauls. I think they have one left. Well, there's one up here, obviously. I can tell by the borders, but I think they have one possibly in Iberia. I could be wrong, though, so let's scout the area, though. See if we can find... Oh, I see it now. Yeah, they do have land over here in Iberia. So we're going to have to send an army down through Iberian territory, and hopefully they don't get too mad. We will have to worry about some kind of counterattack from the Britons eventually. They have a bunch of territory up here. They've really taken out the Germans hard, even though they are dealing with some unrest. And can I train some units here? Please, I need to repair some stuff. Repair the wall. Repair the palisade and build a barracks. Yeah, I need to build the barracks. Can I retrain my troops, please? I can't. I don't have enough buildings. So what do we do? Do we set off with this army? I say leave the mercenaries here, and let's leave with everyone else. Yes, so let's head on our way now and approach this area to the north, and we may push into Germania. Well, what was Germania? Soon we got to take this area here, possibly. We need 15 settlements, well, 15 provinces to win. We currently control 12. So we also got to destroy Gaul. So that's why I'm trying to focus on scouting out any more areas where the Gauls may have their settlements. But let's fight this battle here and see what can go wrong. I hope we can win. But they have a lot of troops, and I will fight this battle manually. So I will see y'all on the battlefield. Here we are. There is a bridge in front of us, and the Gauls will be waiting for us. And how am I going to do this? Let's have the Hastati set up in the center and expect them to hold the center and have fire at will activated. Do that. And what else can I do? Get the mercenaries on their flanks. Need to make them thicker. Well, no. There we go. So there we have couple more units left. And we need to try and get the Gauls to cross the bridge, because I don't want to fight some big battle of attrition with them. So group these guys up now. That's group 1. Then we have the cavalry here. They'll be their own group. And we use them when need be. So what do these orders here do? I don't know. Never mind. But let's have these units now. Let me see here. We have AI control. Do I want the AI controlling a battle group? I don't know. That would be a good idea. Lock formation. We're fine with that. So let's see what happens here. We're going to have our units establish a line and hope that the Hastati moved in. Yes, they did. Come on, guys. You guys got to hold the center down. Stop it. Hold the center. Hold the center. They got to be in the center. So hold the lines down and hope these barbarian mercenaries can be good at their job. We need the Gauls to cross the bridge, though, obviously. We got to hope they even do that to begin with. If they don't, this whole plan kind of doesn't really work. We want them to kind of fight us in piecemeal fashion, which is like one at a time, hopefully. And if that doesn't work, then we're going to have to rethink the strategy here. So we have the Hastati just waiting, and hopefully the Gauls will cross, will face whatever comes over the bridge. We have these Hastati ready to throw their weapons as soon as possible. Let's speed things up. Will they make the attempt to cross the bridge? Yes or no? They won't cross, will they? Will we have to withdraw? I don't think there's any crossings here at all. We could possibly... What happens if we fall back? Can we, like, lure them across? I don't know if we could or not. Can I just, like, order my units to use their arrows? Yeah, do that. I think I have an alternative. Yeah, use that, please. Can I do that? I think I can. Just use your ranged weapons. Yeah, use those, please. Just lure them with the ranged weapons and run away. Like, use your Pulas or Pulums and then run for it. These are my more experienced units. This is the bigger unit of Hastati we brought with us, and they are from that town we had unrest in recently, so I'm hoping as soon as they toss the Pulas, we're running them back. They cannot fight them. Please throw your Pulas and just retreat. They have no ranged units. They can't counter this. Are you going to throw them at all? Throw your weapons and fall back. Hope they pursue us. Are you going to fall for lure? Yes, they did. Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. Don't fight them. It was just a bait. It was a bait. It was a lure. Are they going to get baited, though? One guy's going to get smacked down. I'm sorry, Hastati. You're going to have to sacrifice yourself. Come on, go, though. Go. Go, retreat. Don't lose any more units. We lost like 2 troops out of that. Are they going to fall for it? I don't think they will. We lost 2 units from that little engagement. And do we withdraw? I don't know if we should or not. There's no way for them to cross, so let's speed things up, see what happens. Will they come across? They are not going to do that. What happens if we withdraw more across the map to the left or to the right, say? Do something like that. Let us withdraw over here with these units and see what they do. Will they cross? Let's just now move over here to the side then. They aren't going to do anything, aren't they? They're not going to move at all. Yeah, that's a little strange. I don't know what they're doing. We may position ourselves in a different way. Are they going to cross at all? I want them to cross in one way or another. What happens if we go all the way to the end? Do they want us to attack? Just hold out at this 4 all the way in the rear? We could do that. Let's move there. Are they going to cross? Are they ever going to cross? They have a numbers advantage here. Like, they slightly outnumber us. Well, I mean, by slightly, I mean they have like 100 extra men than we do. So we're going to fall back. And they are not going to fight us. They are not going to fight us on our terms, which is irritating. So what happens if we fall all the way back to the rear, looking at the tactical map? We're going to have to fall back to the corner, the edge of the map, and I just want to see what happens. We're nearly already there. Yeah, we're right at it now. Like, they're not going to cross. They just want to do it. Can we lure them with our cavalry, though? We have to sacrifice the cavalry and see what happens now. Force them to chase after the cavalry. I don't know if they'll fall for that or not. They didn't fall for the Hastati, so there's a chance this won't work. There is realistically a chance they won't actually chase the barbarian cavalry back to our lines. If these units don't break immediately after the first charge, just hit them, then run away. All you gotta do. Hit them, then run. Hit them and run. And will they chase? Oh, they're running the spearmen, so this isn't going to end well no matter what. Charge is done. Charge wasn't that great to begin with. Not the best move. Just chase after us, please. You get the idea. We lost a couple of units there. They're clearly not going to make a move. They're not going to do it. So what do we do then? Do we march back and hope our... I don't know. I guess we'll march back and just rethink the plan here. Just move back to the front lines and think of a new plan. Yeah, I may have to just try and charge and break through them, but they have swordsmen. And swordsmen are a problem. I think there's... Who's at the wall? Okay, they have swordsmen right there. That is a bit of an issue. So let us just move the mercenaries in, have them set up here, and just go right to the bridge, do your warband, your war cry stuff, I mean, and just cross the bridge and engage in a melee brawl. Maybe that could work, maybe it couldn't, I don't know. Use the war cry though. And charge. They are, sadly, though, they're warmed up, so I don't know. Move the general in now. They're moving in all their units to engage. And they are going to now dedicate all their units to the battle. This is going to be a very hard battle to break through those units. Yeah, that's going to be rough, isn't it? Keep the Hastati in reserve, though, just in case things go horribly wrong. Move back 1 unit of barbarian mercenaries. Keep them in reserve as well. They aren't really dedicated. They're just sort of in a pile of units. Move the general up on the bridge, just so he can, like, give him a morale boost. I think that's how that works. Just move him up on the bridge to try and, encourage his units to keep fighting on. It's going to be a very brutal battle here as these mercenaries try to break through. I'm not sure if they have better stats than their Gaulish counterparts. Well, I mean, I don't know if they do or not. They're light infantry. They're fighting light infantry plus the heavy infantry that are the swordsmen. So I expect them to take a lot of casualties. So we have 1 unit fell back. General is... Where's the general? He's not dedicated to the fight. And they're dedicating all their troops there for sure. That is crazy. And maybe we could try and fall back with 1 unit, possibly. If we disengage these units, could we make a getaway here? Just rally the units we have. This is a big mess. Their general is involved in the fighting. If we can kill... Wow. The enemy general's dead. He's gone. So they have a huge morale debuff now. That is a big blow to the Gauls. They still may break through these barbarian mercenaries just on the basis of them heavily outnumbering them. But they're going to lose a lot of cavalry here. As long as we can force them back, I'm happy. Use War Cry if you can. If you're not at the front right now, use War Cry and engage. Do we bring in our Hastati? I'm considering my options there. I don't know. Okay, actually using the War Cry may not be the best call right now. Do we bring in Hastati though? Should I? Yes, I say go for it. The general's dead. If we can just bring in Hastati and hope that's the decisive blow we need, that could be good. So bring in Hastati now has the morale favoring. They are still steady in morale. The Hastati charging in should give them better morale, I'd hope. So the Hastati are now engaged. They're in a big line of troops, a big mob, really. Just this huge pit of soldiers. And there's the enemy cavalry, that barbarian warlord that's getting killed now. I'm keeping those barbarian mercenaries we have over on our side of the bridge still in the reserve in case anything goes horribly wrong and the enemy is still trying to advance forward with cavalry. They're not getting anywhere. Did some units fall into the water below? Some have, some Gauls have. There's a flag bearer right now I can see on the edge. Yeah, he's not having a fun time. The Gauls in general are not having a fun time in this battle. They're losing quite a few men. And as a big... Yeah, one unit is retreating or trying to retreat, but the mass of men in their ways causing them to be unable to do that. Let's move forward every soldier we have for the final blow. A lot of their units are routing, so let's end this. Use War Cry, please, though, before you cross the bridge. Use War Cry. And now push them. Continue. We gotta destroy this army in its entirety. Just run them down for the sake of the House of Julii. So that's what we're gonna do now. Take the General Vivus Victor, whatever his name is. Just move across, General. Destroy any units you see, run them down. That is your order, simple as that. Just cut them down and make this easier for us later. So just chase down the Gauls, and they're running in this huge mob of men. Let us slow down time to get an idea of how brutal this route is. Like, you can see the tons of soldiers running for their lives, but they're not getting away from the Roman cavalry behind them. There's the general of the Romans, the House of Julii general, just cutting down the Gaulish warband who are trying to make a getaway, but it's not working out. And now let's just speed things up slightly, unpause it, normal speed. May have to move back to fast speed later. I'm just trying to do this so I can guarantee they won't have any units to regroup with. If these units are destroyed, this will make things easier for us to destroy the Gauls as a faction in the long run. So they're making a getaway. Some units are making it to the edge. Prevent that, please. Run them down even more. And I can only imagine how many casualties they've taken since they initially routed. That is brutal. Like, you can see the sheer scale of Gauls that perished in that slaughter that followed after they routed. That is just brutal for the Gauls, completely. And how many units, how many got away? Not that many, I imagine. There's like one unit still on the field. Run them down before they get away even more. And that is just crazy. They've taken so many casualties. And the Gauls are going to be, it's going to be hard for them to recover from this. And that is just, wow. They're done in France. They have to be. So keep running them down. Who's left even? Is there any units left? Oh, a handful of these guys. Run them down. These warband here, cut them down. And there's hardly, yeah, there's like 4 or 5 men there. Not for much longer, though. Chase them down, take the general, run after these guys who are trying to change directions. Doesn't matter, though. I think they're really exhausted, so they can't get very far. They're winded. Okay, but just chase them down. Get all that done. And we have won this battle, so I'm just going to end the battle here and exit the battle. We're done. Heroic victory. We deployed 643 men. They deployed 944. And they leave with 117 men, so that's pretty bad for the Gauls overall, so this is just great for the House of Julii. With a victory like that achieved, let us push into Gaul territory even more. Their settlement can't be too far away. There it is. There we go. Yes, that is very bad for the Gauls. We're getting up here. Amorca is within our grasp. And with that said, we won that big victory there, and it's even on the map now, site of a famous battle. Wow. And I think I'm going to end part 6 of my House of Julii campaign playthrough in Total War Rome Remastered here. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe.